Hey everyone, welcome in. This is In the Sticks with Nix. I'm your host, J. Michael Nix. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you a little bit of our weekend in Arkansas at the So Live So Ride Ranch. We're going to be going a little bit over the skills competition from the event first, and then a little bit of my riding and some clips of my dad and my mom. Please enjoy.
Any other questions? The last thing is, John here will be telling you when it's your turn. It's the order of which you you signed up here.
Oh, that's why you want me to go first.
He'll say
Rick goes first.
Rick goes first. The other thing.
So here's a little demonstration of the last half of the skills challenge by Ben Dragoo, which he was actually competing in the challenge. I think it was completely unfair for him to compete. He's an amazing rider. He coaches in Oklahoma and he does amazing stuff on a motorcycle. So just kind of enjoy. I didn't get up close footage, but it's definitely some pretty decent footage here. Cash.
Do not poop out here.
If you poop out here, I have a bag on the chair. It's okay. I got that on camera, by the way. In this part right here, the barrel slalom, I'm blown away by his control and how he handles this motorcycle. You'll see later in the video of me attempting to do this and how impressive what he's doing right here is. Gotta go wide right there. Backstory on the first time I met Ben, it was at the Tour of Texas event in Austin, and he was this builder of the skills challenge, and I could just tell he had a crazy look in his eye when he was riding a motorcycle, and he ended up jumping the teeter-totter there. So coming up to the mud pit, I was waiting for him to do something crazy. So please enjoy Ben's run through the mud pit and a few others that I caught. Squirrely on through there, but she made. Nice. I wish I would have gotten a little bit more of the skills challenge. Watching some of those guys ride is just amazing. They have such a skill with the bike. They've been doing it for so long, and they know their bike so well. But I'm going to work on that. As we move on to the next part of our video, my dad and I and my mom, we all got the park to ourselves. Everybody went on a day ride, and I thought it was just too hot to go out for a 2-hour ride and a 2-hour ride back. Well, look, there's my tent on the left. It was a really nice setup. But I thought it was way too long to go out, and I had my dog with me, Cash, so it was just better to stay at the campsite, make sure he was okay. And I never really get to play on these obstacles like this, so I took the opportunity to go out there and play. They also had like a little one track in the back. That was fun. You'll see all of these things. You'll also notice in this video, I really like this little mount. It was really fun to play on. It was like I was a kid again, just like, oh, I'm king of the hill, I kept on playing on it. And we're going to jump right into this one track over here, which I thought was really nicely set up, that you got to go back and practice all the skills that you learn out with these barrel drills and the mound and the drills you do on the mounds. You'll see as we come up to this next section right here, there are two different options. The left is a little bit more of an advanced option. It's a tight hairpin on a downhill camber, on a left-hand camber. And then once again here, there's another split. The right hand is more of the easier path. I didn't know that at the time. This was my first time through, so I decided to just snake on up here. You gotta make sure you stop. If you go in that water, it was nice and slimy, I'll tell you that much. Come up to this next part, and you can either choose to go super tight to the trees or on this right side downhill camber. As long as you got your speed up, that camber's no problem. Get the right position, you ride off. And that was the nice wooded part of their single track that they have back there. There is another section to the right. It's almost like I'm not sure what they have down there, but it feels like you're riding through sawdust. Very, very thick, like 2-foot thick sawdust, and it's just S-turned. I do go through it later in the video. I'm not very well, but I do go through it, and it's pretty fun. My poor clutch. Well, I didn't know I left this in, but I'm a little too lazy to edit it out, so we're going to get a couple of seconds of me doing circles. Not very impressive, but I had fun doing them. You can see here logs and all sorts of stuff in the ground. They vary in height and width for you to jump over and wheelie over. I'm not good at wheelies, so I did a few of them, but definitely not the more advanced one. Here in the grass, there's like a cutout maze that you're supposed to keep your wheel in while doing switchback turns. And here's the slalom barrel I told you about earlier. I'm going to give it my first attempt. Well, that was impressive. I only skipped half of them. Here we are again. Oh, better take. I made a turn, and that didn't go well. I wonder if they warranty worn clutches. Oh. Oh no, please no. Oh sweet, I see my dad over there going to walk the trail. Please, an excuse to stop doing these barrels. So I decided to go over there and park my bike and hop off and go walk the trail with him, just see how it feels and kind of take it all in. Here we are coming back talking about the tight turns and how tight some of the trees are. Oh look, the hill again. I really liked going up, kind of letting off my throttle pretty good ways and just taking it nice and slow down the hill, nice and controlled. I probably did that around 30 times. My dad doing the teeter, very nice. And I think I have a shot of me following him. I do. Very nice. So this was part of the competition. They wanted you to, when it came down, they wanted you to stop for at least a second while you were still on the teeter before rolling off. I'm not really sure what those are called, but a couple of off-camber turns. Super fun. You get it to the top of the hill and then they just slingshot you off down into it. I also did those about 30 times. Well, I'm going to do the teeter. Alright. I told everybody I wasn't going to do it. But it looked like fun. Well, the other teeters I've seen have been a lot thinner than that. And that one seems a lot more confidence inspiring. As I come up to take a little break, you'll notice the water spraying flamingo and the mud pit directly behind it. Oh, and there's my dog. The flamingo was off and the mud pit was dry, so I decided to go through both. And it was pretty fun, but I knew they were going to have some struggles in the event because my mirrors were hitting the flamingo as I was going through it, and it was not going to be easy. Oh, back to these dreaded slalom barrels. I mean, I was having a fun time with them, but they were a really, really big struggle for me. Because when I got to this point, like, I would move my body, but instead of turning the bike, I was focusing more on my body instead of just riding the bike. So at this point in this particular run pass through, I had my feet on the ground and I was kind of just walking the bike through it just to see if the bike would actually do it, just to get a feel for how the bike would do it. And I got kind of frustrated. See, like right here, I get caught. I'm not riding the bike. I'm just going straight, and I'm messing with my body. I wasn't turning the bike at all. I was just focusing too much on where I should be and not where the bike should be. As I said, I did kind of end up getting frustrated right there, and I kind of rode off. I thought about coming back to the barrels, but I decided to go on, do something else. I was frustrated, so I decided to do something else that I wanted to work on, something else that I knew wasn't going to be too frustrating. Well, right here in this next part, I kind of just work on my slow and my balance. just go as slow as I can, stay as balanced as I can. I do a couple of slow circles, and I'm not going to show you much of that. That's really definitely not exciting riding. But what I will show you is this part right here. I decided to do, I tried a full lock turn, and over I went. You know, I just wasn't in the right body position for a full lock turn. I'm just not prepared for that. I need to work a lot more before I can just go straight into a full lock turn and act like everything's going to be okay. So after this point, I kind of picked up my bike and I made sure the bike was turned off and kind of got myself together. But after this point, we had the skills event, and it was really fun. It was a great day. Kind of hung out with Cash for the rest of the day. It was a really fun day. It was a great experience hanging out with everybody at the So Live So Ride Ranch. Well, everyone, thanks for watching my video. Well, I didn't join the skills competition because my skills are just lackluster and I need to focus more on what I need to do instead of trying to show off or anything like that. I need to focus on building my skills before I join one of these competitions. Hopefully later this year, I'll have enough confidence in my ability to kind of attempt one of these skills events at the the Great Tour Tech event later this year in October. Please check out the So Live So Ride Facebook page and their ranch. They do camping, they do events. It's a fantastic ranch, fantastic people. Dustin and Kate are amazing. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Be safe out there.